literally pushing buttons. I'm going to show you guys. So put a 1 in the chat if I can get some participation. I used to be a high school English teacher and speech communication and theater, and I love participation. So I know this stuff, but I want to help you guys know it. And you're going to feel like an expert tonight, but I still want you to stay in a demo, okay, for a little bit. So, all right, with that being said, this is what I'm going to show you really quickly, and this might handle some of your questions. And if you do have a question, throw it in the chat because Miss Reagan Lynch will answer those questions as well. So everybody type 30 in the chat. We're going to focus on making $30 a day first, okay? $30 a day, every day, every day. It's going to be hard. I know. We had people making 75 a day, 100 a day in their first week, but I want you guys to commit to consistency, right? And it might take you one trade to get $30. And then you have to sit on your hands if you're in your live account, right? If you're in your demo account, have at it, right? I want you to practice like crazy, and I'm going to show you how to do that. But once you get in your live account, learn how to make $30 a day. And when you've consistently done that for a week, maybe, or 2 weeks, then move the finish line and say, okay, now I'm going to take more trades, right? And as soon as I hit $50, because that's 200 a week, that's 800 a month, I'm going to stop trading and I'm going to move to my demo. And it's going to be a challenge because it's so much fun to trade Nadex, but I want you guys to get consistent with the platform. So we have personal Nadex education. So I want you guys to know that when you join our group, you have our phone numbers, and I've had the same phone number since I was 19 and I'm 46, right? So Reagan gives you her phone number as well. We don't give out Miss Janine's phone number because we want her to focus on trading. So Reagan and I will get on a Zoom with you. We just brought in a big pastor, and he is eager. And we did 4 Zooms with him in one day. He just joined. So we'll say, hey, let's jump on a Zoom and we'll give you a one-on-one. So your $100 is going to be $100 well spent if you really want to learn how to make this money, okay? So let me show you real fast, and then we're going to take some trades. So let me kind of click through my PowerPoint. Okay, here we go. So when you go to take a trade, Miss Janine is going to give you whether or not it's an hourly trade or a daily trade. So if she gives you a trade at, let's say, 7 p.m., she's going to warn you first. So you're not going to be cut off guard. She's probably going to warn you at 6 o'clock and say, hey, I'm looking to take a trade at 7 for a 8 p.m. expiry. So she's going to tell you if it's an hourly. Some people will say, well, I don't really have time to do this, but you could take a daily trade and it expires in 6-7 hours. So you don't have to watch it. You might just decide that you want to, take a little bit of profits every single day. Also, she's going to give you the currency pair. So I'm going to show that to you guys today. She's going to give you the currency pair. We trade Euro USD. We trade JPY. We trade the Swiss dollar. The market is moving all the time, right? So she's going to give you a buy or a sell, and she's going to give you a strike price. This is different than regular Forex because in Forex, they give you an entry point. But if you don't get into that trade immediately, you can't take it. But I love Nadex because we're busy people. And if she gives you a strike price, that stays the same. All it's saying is the market is going to be above this point by this time. And then she gives you the expiration time, and she may give you potential warnings. This is where Janine comes in and she gives her analysis. So you guys, how many of you have better things to do than to be sitting on your computer all day, right? And I hope you guys are taking some notes because note takers are the money makers. Our youngest in our program is in their teens. Our most seasoned is 86. So I want you guys to understand, I don't care how young or seasoned you are, if you can use your cell phone and push a button or two, you can make money in this market. If you can program your remote, you can do this, I promise you, okay? And if you can't program your remote, we are low tech, high check. You don't need to know a lot. You just need to be able to follow the directions that we're going to give, okay? And this is our Telegram, and this is what it looks like when she gives us a trade. So she may say, hey, I'm looking at a trade scan at 7 p.m. But if you guys look at this, it's 5:45 when she says that. So you have plenty of time to get into one of these trades. And if she doesn't give a trade, she's not going to leave you hanging. She'll just say no trade call, right? And that was 7 o'clock. So, okay, go wash dishes, go vacuum, go do whatever it is you need to do. And she'll let you know if she's going to do another trade scan. Okay. You'll notice that she gave this trade scan at 9:04 p.m. It's right there in the right corner. The expiry is at 11 p.m. You can get into that trade at any point. Let's say you're busy and you don't see it, and now it's 9:30. You can still get into that trade because it expires at 11 p.m. Okay. So who's ready to make some money? Because we're going to do it really quickly. We won't leave you guys on here long. Just say me in the chat if you really, truly like want to learn how to make your own money. You're tired of trusting other people to do it for you. I've lost a ton of money trusting companies, right? That's why Miss Tammy is going to be rolling out her program where she's teaching people what to do and what not to do. And I can't wait for that. But you guys, in this market, the scammers come out in Forex. It's too much money. So you got to learn a little bit how to do it yourself, and then you can never be broke because, the market's $7 trillion in there. So let me get $30 a day at least. Okay. So when you go to nadex.com, you're going to set up your demo. And when you set up your demo, you just log in. Okay. And when you log into your demo account, it is going to look like this screen. I'm going to try and make it bigger for you guys in the back. So let me zoom in just a little bit. And sorry if I'm screaming at you guys. I just came from a game and I think I still have my coach's voice on. So I'm going to try and pipe down just a little bit. Great. Okay. So put a 1 in the chat if you guys can see my screen. It says binary options here, and then it says Forex, if you can see that. Okay, perfect. So we're going to take some trades. This is how simple it is, okay? Move this over. All right, so the platform is dummy proof. It does everything for you. And Miss Janine's on here too, so she can answer questions. The number one, I want to show you this real fast. Number one, you need to go to binary option and click Forex. And I show you this in my video. We're not trading indices. We're not on Wall Street. We're not doing US Tech, German 40. We're not doing any of that. We're trading money, currency pairs. So we're going to go to Forex right here. And when we click Forex, Miss Janine is going to tell us what the expiry time is. So let's just say it's 9:50. Let's take this 11 p.m. Let's just say that she tells us that we're going to take a trade that expires at 11 p.m. All you have to do is find it. Sorry about that. All you have to do is find it. So let's say you're going to take 11 p.m. trade. So you click 11 p.m. There's an hour and 9 minutes left in that trade. So I could still get in it. Oh, let me go up here. Okay. So then she's going to give us the strike price. The strike price is right here. Okay. And that's just saying this is where we believe the market is going to finish higher than it is right now, right? So she gives us a strike price. Write this down, everybody, and somebody put it in the chat for me because we're going to learn real quick in 9 minutes, okay? All these numbers right here mean something. So I want you to write this down. When you guys are practicing tonight by yourself, you're going to be wondering, well, which buttons do I push? Because Miss Janine, maybe, she'll be trading tomorrow. I want you to write this down. Put practice on your notes because I know everybody's taking notes. When you want to practice, the red, write this down. Put red equals sell. Somebody write that in the chat, okay? Red equals sell, okay? And then these numbers right here, I want you to write down red equals profit. These numbers are the profit that you make. So if you're just guessing and you want to guess with a higher, accuracy, you're not doing any analysis like Miss Janine, but you just want to guess somewhat correctly. I want you to write this down on your notes. Put red equals, look for a number that is 40 and below. So I want you guys to unmute for me, please, so that we can do this together. This is the strike price. This is the currency pair. This is the expiry, but she's going to give it all to you. But if you were doing it on your own, which strike price?
Yes, hello. Tammy Jackson, you scammer of BF Gold.
Okay, mute that.
Okay. Unmute, Megan.
I'm kind of got it, Tammy. Yeah. Or just kick that person out. I always tell people ignorance. I used to teach high school, so I get used to like stupidity.
Yeah, you're scamming. Straight up, Tammy, again.
Alrighty. Go ahead, Megan. Can you unmute, Meg?
Sorry. Yes, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, so I want you guys to put it in the chat. Which strike price would you be choosing that's 40 and below? Here's the strike price right here. Oh, okay, let me just show them, Tammy, just in case we have some knucklehead hackers on here. I'll just tell them, and then we can hop back on once we get rid of the.
Okay.
Okay, so write this down in your notes. We're going to pick a trade that's 40 and below. Now, remember, you won't have to do any of this during the day because Miss Janine gives you trades, but I'm just going to pick this strike price right here that's 31. This is a sell, okay? So I'm just going to click it. And when I click and take that particular trade, here's a little tab, and there's a video that we have in our group where it shows you how to navigate the platform. I'm just going to pull this down so I can see. Now, over here, all you have to do when you go to take a trade is our max loss should be 60. Now, we're just going to pretend right now like this is 60, okay? And below, it might be 58. We're not risking any more than $60 when we take a trade. So all we would do is place the trade. So we find the currency pair, we find the expiry time that Miss Janine gives us. She gives us the strike price. All you got to do is take your eyeballs and find it. And she's going to tell us whether or not we're doing a buy or a sell. That's it, right? So this one says $82 max loss. Now, technically, we would change it, but I'm going to show you just how to just push the button and place the trade. That's it. It's not like an MT4 platform where it's like takes rocket science to figure it out. And now you're in the trade. Now, most trades are going to go in the negative right away, and then they're going to turn around. But I have an hour and 4 minutes to be in this trade. Okay. So you're going to see all it's doing is fluctuating, and that's it. I mean, that's the extent of it. You can stay in this trade for 1 hour to make, $25. Typically, it would be 40. I'm going to show you how to change it in a second. Or you could get out early with some profits, or you can cut your losses early. That's it. That's why people love Nadex, because it's literally pushing some buttons. So I'm going to let this trade run for just a second, and I'm going to take another sell. Now, remember, these numbers are the profit. So what we want to do is we want to find one that is 40 and below, because this is the profit. So we're saying I'm going to profit $51, so I'm risking like 40 something bucks. Okay, this isn't the best trade right now, but we're guessing. I just want to show you how to push the buttons and get into the trade. I'm going to pull this down a little bit so we can see. And as you can see, this trade, I would take this trade because I'm risking less than $60. So I would just push the button and get in the trade. That's it. Now remember, it's going to fluctuate. You can get in and out early. It's going to be in the negative right now because I'm not doing any analysis. I'm just showing you guys how to push the buttons. But that's it. You can already see this trade is already in profit, and I guessed using our strategy. Janine doesn't guess. She uses the 60-40 rule. She looks at the market, at the charts. She looks at the news for us so that she can make the best, prediction of the market. I'm guessing right now, and I'm guessing pretty good on this one, okay? Now, let me take a buy for you guys really quickly. And again, we have videos to show you. They're like 6-minute videos to show you how to do this. Let's go down here to Miss Janine. You want to give us a currency pair? Any guesses over here?
Yes. Where are we? Let's try the EUR USDs. I think it's the one all the way at the top.
Oh, okay. Let's go up here.
Yeah.
So again, she's going to give us 16. So we're going to do EUR USD. Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, 11 p.m.
11 p.m. has an hour and 2 minutes to go. And
So if we're gonna sell it, we would sell at 1.1074.
so I can already guess because we've already, and I got to click the button quickly because the market's live and it's moving. So let me not be talking. So I'm going to click 40 and below. And then as you guys can see right here, this trade says $75. So initially it's saying I'm going to spend $75 to make, $25. So what we would do is, this is the only thing that you would ever have to do if Miss Janine gives you a trade and it's already moved past our limit of $60. You go to market, you click limit GTC, and I'm going to change this so that the number is 60 and I'm going to place the trade. Now, here's what happens though. The trade, I'm not in that trade right now, but you see, I'm already winning on both of these. I'm not in that trade right now. It's over here in the order status. So it's saying the current market is at $34, but it's not going to pull me in until it gets to my price point. I said, I'm not spending any more than $60 on this trade. So it put me over here in a waiting period. And if the market gets to my price point, it will then pull me in. Okay. It's going to pull me in. So we're just going to wait and see if it does pull me in. And that's it. Then it's a waiting game at that point. But while you guys are waiting to take other trades, you could just be practicing in your demo account. I'm already up, Miss Tammy, almost $20 right now. Like I could bounce out of here and I've only been in these trades for probably 2 minutes.
Nice. Nice.
And we can't, right? So the market's going to fluctuate.
Please.
Did you want to add anything, Miss Tammy?
No, that wasn't me.
Oh, okay, sorry. Now we're going to show you how to take if she gives you a buy. Okay, so this is simple. So now we're going to go, Miss Janine, where you want me to go?
Let's see. On this one, let's do, because we had did you refresh? Because it just turned, yeah.
No, and that's a good thing too, guys, because sometimes Nadex, you have to log out and log back in sometimes because it needs to be refreshed because the market's live. I'm up $27, Miss Janine, right now.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
Okay, so let's try AUD USD.
Okay, AUD USD. You want me to do 11?
9 to, no, where's it didn't refresh because it should say 10 to 12.
Oh, okay, let's see.
Yeah.
All right. AUD USD. And Miss Reagan's going to drop the Google form again, guys. If you guys want to get in today, you can. It'll be the best $100 you've spent.
The next one down. It's the third one down.
12 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to go expiry. If she gives me 12 a.m., I just find it over here to the left. And then we're going to take a buy. Guys, type in the chat. Our blue needs to be above what? Let's see who is paying attention. What does it need to be above? If you guys, if it's too fast, Alfreda, it's okay. I have a video, so you'll be able to watch the video again because sometimes it's the same thing over and over and over again. I'm going to do the same thing over and over again, so it might take you a second. But I got a video that you can slow down and we can get on one-on-one with YouTube.
This is not necessarily to be a training. This is just to kind of show people exactly what we have and the process in terms of working it. But when you're actually being taught to do it, then you can watch the video, you can rewind the video, pause it, and do what you want. But they have videos for all these steps.
Absolutely. Yeah. So just for the sake of us not being on here long, thank you so much, Brian. You're right. So blue is buy. It needs to be 60 and above because this is the risk. We're risking $60 to make 40. That's our rule. Everybody type that in the chat. 60-40. You're going to hear that a million times. 60-40. So which strike price, Miss Janine, do we want to pick? We need something 60 and above in the blue.
So we would pick the 0.6790.
Okay, so this is the strike price, guys. 0.6790. My eyeballs are playing tricks on me. Okay, right here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to click buy. And even if you guys can't do the math, it's foolproof. Nadex does it for you. Now, yes or no in the chat, guys, if we were actually really trading live, Would we risk $80 to make $28? Yes or no? Type it in the chat. Would we risk $80? In real life, would you risk $80 at any point to make 20 something? No, you wouldn't. So we need to change it. We're telling Nadex, I'm not spending $82 on that contract. Remember, it's $100 that you're not spending. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here and I'm going to go to market limit GTC. And I could do it the hard way and I could click this thing down to 60, or you actually just put 60. So you put 60 right here if it's a buy, but you would have to put 40 if it's a sell. Don't worry about it. We got pictures and a video on how to do limit GTC, and it's a 7-minute video that only talks about how to change the price. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to place the trade, and you don't have to worry about, oh man, I missed that trade, I can't get in it. You can always get in the trade. Just don't spend more than $60. So I'm up $28 on these 2 trades that we used our strategy on and guessed on, and I'm in 2 orders, right? So I want you guys, when you're practicing, you have $10,000, take as many trades as you can, just so you can practice 60-40, how to push the button and get into the trade, okay? I'm going to take one more trade on a buy, and I'm going to show you guys that, and then you ask questions, okay? So I'm going to go back to positions. How many of you guys just put me in the chat if you would take this money and run? Some people don't make $27 in an hour. We did it in minutes, okay? How many of you would say, you know what, I don't need to stay in for 55 minutes. I'm good taking $26. And the only fees that you're charged is when you take a trade, Nadex charges you $1. They do not bet against you. That's important. And if you win, they charge you $1 more. So a max of $2 to make money. If you lose, they don't charge you anything. Now, if you do close out this trade early, I'm going to show you guys this. You can go right over here and click close. And they're like, are you sure you want to close right now? They make you push the button twice. And then if you close it, you're closing out with this profit. Or you can stay in and try to get to, an extra $20 or so. But for me, guys, I take the money and run. And when you make $500 to $1,000, then, be risky, but take what the market's giving you. Take the money, right? Take the money, take the profits. It's the election. The market's crazy right now. Okay, let's do one more, and then let's get some questions for Miss Janine. Miss Janine, any currency pairs you want to take?
Let's try one of the JPY or USD JPY is at the top. It's the second one from the top.
Okay, Euro. Did I go far enough?
The next one down.
Oh, okay, USD JPY.
Yeah, for 12 a.m. expiration.
12 a.m.
Yep.
Okay, so 12 a.m. expiration. I have an hour and 53 minutes. And what strike price over here, Miss Janine, are we taking? We need 60 and above over here because this is
bad. Yeah, it would have to be the 144.62.
144.62. So we're going to buy it. But the market's live, guys, so it's moving as we speak. So again, yes or no, are we going to risk $87? And it's really $78. This hasn't caught up yet. So we're actually moving in the right direction, right, Janine?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So all we do is if we get it in the trade late, we just change it and say, limit GTC. I'm going to change this to 60. And I'm going to place the order, and it's going to put me in a pending status. Now, if you're trading in your live account, you should not have this many orders running. How much in our account, well, let me ask you this, Miss Janine. With your trades that go to expiry, you've been trading for 11 years. Your account is bigger than ours. You take all of your trades to expiry. How many of those trades go into profit? What's your statistic?
So overall, it's going to be like 80%, which is about, if we take 10 to 12 trades per day, 8 to 10 of those trades are winners at expiration.
Now, that's the thing, Janine, I'm going to say this really quickly. So 8 to 10, 80% when I was teaching high school is a B minus. It's pretty darn good, right? It's a B. It's pretty darn
Mhm.
good, which most traders are like 60%, 50%. So I want you guys to understand that if you have a big account and you lose 2 trades and win 8, you're winning. But if you have a small account and you lose 2 trades, you only have $100 in your account, and you lose a trade trying to go to expiry and get $40 when you should have just taken 17,
Mhm.
right? It's going to hurt you a little bit more. So if you have a small account and Nadex doesn't have a minimum to start your live account, but take the money and build your account up until you can stay until expiry. Miss Janine, what's your percentage of trades that go into profit at some point during the 2 hours or 7 hours that were in that trade?
90%. So mostly all of my trades will have a profit somewhere in the trade of at least $10 or $15.
So again, let me ask you guys, how many of you would be okay if you made $10 times 8 trades a day in minutes, like we just did, and you'd be cool making $80 a day, $80 off of $10, right? $80 a day because you're in and out, in and out, in and out, taking Miss Janine's trades. That's when I want you guys to get into the mindset. Don't necessarily be greedy, be consistent and take the money and grow your account organically. Okay. Now, one of those trades that pulled us in right now, we're in the negative on that particular trade, but it's moving in the right direction. So we still have an hour and 50 minutes to be in that trade. So we may get into profit in that particular trade, but that's it, guys. We just push buttons, we take the trades, and on another call, we'll show you guys how to set a profit target where if you just want it to take you out automatically when you hit a certain amount, like $15, $10 or $15, don't go above that, right? Because most of her trades go into profit. Write this down, $10 to $15. So if you don't have time to sit here and watch it, but you want it to take you out automatically, you literally can push this button and we'll show you how to do that in a video and it'll automatically take you out. If you want to close early, you just click close twice and it'll take you out with those profits. Okay. Miss Tammy, we can kind of pass it over, and I know it's 10:10, so we don't want to overcook anybody's grits. We have videos for all of this. And if you're feeling at any point like, oh man, this sounds like a lot, Reagan and I will literally get on a Zoom with you and I don't care if it takes us an hour of doing it over and over again together. I promise you'll get it because it's that simple. Reagan, just drop the Google form again, so you guys fill it out, and then we'll get you going. As soon as you pay, we add you to the paid groups, and you can get started with us immediately.
Yeah, that's it's pretty phenomenal. This the whole system that you all have developed here. I'm pretty impressed with it, and the part that I want everybody to understand, and I want to reiterate again, I already talked about how you need to be in the demo account so that you can learn it first. You get $10,000, treat it as if it was your $10,000, and follow Miss Janine's signals. Just do what she says. Now you know where the strike price is. We're actually in the platform right now. You see where the strike price is, because some people's like, well, where is the strike price and what is the strike price? Well, you can see Megan has already shown you where the strike price is. You've already shown you, where the buys and the sell buttons are. So when you go and get the signal from Miss Janine, just go ahead and hit those buttons. And there's a few other things that you can, kind of help to leverage as well, which is setting the profit target and things of that nature. So make sure that you kind of follow those steps. And even though they're just a few little short steps, just get proficient at it. Just do it over and over and over and over and over again, because you cannot go wrong by doing things repetitiously. That's the best. Miss Janine, Miss Megan is an educator like myself. She's been in the school system. I was qualified to be in the school system, but instead of me teaching in the school system, I went to corporate and was teaching executives. And trust me, they, the same way. Education, and no matter who you're teaching, you got to teach them the same way, which is teaching them and starting where they are as far as their knowledge is concerned. So the education, even with executives making $500,000 a year, required repetition over and over and over again. So I'll just go ahead and do that. And you
We
can
are
wait.
winning, Miss Tammy.
Excuse me.
I said we are winning too right now.
Look at that. Well, look at that. Winning. Even the one that was in the negative a minute ago, now it's like it's in the positive right now. So take those profits, okay? Take those profits off, because if you're starting off with small accounts, and we've always been looking for, opportunities that have low entry points. We have low entry points, okay? It's $100 a month, and then you put $100 in your account. So that's $200, but you can, that $100 that you have is what's is going to grow. Okay, so if you get to a point where you have, $15, just take the profit. Okay, as time goes on and you start to get more proficient at it, you start to understand it better, then you can learn to hang in there, and you can kind of get an idea of where things may go, and you can maybe enter into a second trade. And as Megan, you didn't mention this, but there's a way to actually take more than one contract. And as you get to learn more and more about this, you can take more than one contract and start to make more money. And this is where Miss Megan was talking about how, $30 a day, $30 a day, $30 a day. Okay, now $50 a day, $50 a day. And this is where you can kind of learn how to do these things by, taking more than one contract as well. So it just gets better and better. But this is an area where you can start off small and begin to just grow your account organically. All right.
Absolutely. And Tammy, I can show them how to do that too, but I want you guys, you got to promise me, right? Do not take multiple contracts until you've made $500. Not you put $500 in your account, but you've profited $500. We tell our team, actually, wait until your account gets to $1,000, because people want to make, like Reagan's son, we use him as an example. He's been trading forever. He's in his 20s. He made off of Janine's strategy $697 in 1 hour. 1 hour, right? But then Reagan, his mom's like, could you stop trading? You're making $20 an hour at your job and you just made $697, and you have to know when to quit too. And so that's the only thing that we show people is like, just learn it. Take the profits, because the market is the market, and news could come out. There could be an attempted assassination on a president that we don't think is going to happen, and it shifts the money that quick. So you got to take your money until you grow your account. I want to show you guys one more thing. Like, if let's say your account did grow to $1,000, right? And Miss Janine, can you talk really quickly about the rule of money, like that 10% rule that we're stressing to our group, because they've been making money, but sometimes they could get ahead of themselves and start to do stuff they shouldn't do.
Yeah. So we like to, if your Nadex account is going to be $500 or less, we like for you to not only trade one contract at a time per trade, literally trade one trade at a time. And that's because you don't want to risk what we call 10% of your account, so that way, if that trade loses, you're okay. And then you just, take the next trade and you win that trade. If I have multiple trades going and you try to take like 3 trades at a time, but you have less than $500 in your account, and like you just mentioned, sometimes things happen in the financial market. If something happens financially that has nothing to do with like the movement of the charts, but more of the movement of the money, then all 3 of those trades may shift in the opposite direction at the same time, which nobody can predict it, and nobody can help that. But if that happens and you're out there in 3 trades, you pretty much just blew the account. So we like to keep it at one contract or one trade at a time. And because we roll out the trades hourly, if you miss a trade, or even if you got in the trade, you can wait until the next trade. If I have 3 contracts going, just take one and then take the next trade, because that way at least all of your money is not tied up at the same time.
Thank you, Ms. Janine. And what she means by taking multiple contracts is you want to practice in your demo the way that you would be trading in your live account. So, for example, you guys see where it says 82, and we could change that limit GTC, and we changed the price, right, to 60. It's already moving in our direction. But you can actually, where it says size, you could take as many contracts as your account will allow, right? Everybody type in the chat, don't. Do not. right? Do not do it. Don't. It's going to be tempting. And I'm going to read a testimony and give you guys a video of one of our new students who found me on YouTube, Tammy, and he
Mm.
gave the best testimony ever. He was up $20,000. He was making money for 7 years with Nadex, and he risked it all on one trade. He did 50 contracts. I
Oh,
don't know why. He's so super smart. And I had him write the testimony out, and I'm going to read it on a video. And every single one of you, I want you to listen to it because it'll let you take as many contracts as you want, right? You can risk $2,400 to make 1,600. And if you win, you're winning. If you lose, we already know, right? So take one contract, and I want you guys to think about this. If you were making $30 a day and you started with $100 and you consistently got in, and as you can see right here on these trades, we could get out of these trades and we're already up $31 and we can be done, right? Out of here. And that's an extra $480 this month. Just put me in the chat if you could use an extra $480 a month, right? I know we got big ballers on here and it might not seem like a lot of money, but don't despise small money. You know,
yes.
God sometimes trying to teach you how to handle a little bit
Mhm.
so you can handle a lot of it. And then think about this. Now you have $580 in your account, and now move the finish line and say, I'm going to make $50 a day times 4 days, times 4 weeks. Now I'm up $800 plus my 580. So now I've organically grown my account to over $1,000 from 100. I used to work at the bank. You don't make that kind of money from the bank.
Yeah.
So now, guess what you can do? Now you can get into more trades because you're playing with a little bit more money, but you never go against the rule. Don't risk more than $60 to make 40, and take your money, take it and run. Then move the marker. Let's say you're making $100 a day. That's about $1,600 extra dollars a month, plus your 1,500 or so you already have. Can you guys see how you could take $100 account to $10,000 by December by not being greedy and being consistent? Yes or no in the chat. And then that's all I'm going to say, Tammy. I'm stressing it with this group because you're going to learn how to do this in 2 days. It's going to be like you've been doing it forever, and you're going to be tempted to just get in your live account, make mistakes in your demo, and then be consistent. Okay.
Mhm.
So Miss Tammy, back to you. And it's 10:20. So if we have any other questions, great. If anybody wants to join tonight, join. If you want to bring people, we do a call we're going to do another call on Sunday night at 7 p.m. Eastern on our link. So we'll get you guys that information. And you can bring people to that group. And maybe 5 people want to join. And guess what? We're going to pay you $20 times 5 people. And now your membership's paid and you got money to potentially put in your bank account. So we're going to pay you guys. That ends August the 31st. Okay. If you want us to do a private call for you and 2 people, 5 people, 10 people, just ask us and we'll do a private Zoom and we'll talk to your people. We keep it short and sweet on those calls, right? But we will do whatever it takes to get people understanding that this market is $7 trillion a day. Get some of it, something out of it. So Miss Tammy, thank you so much. Back to you.
All right, thank you. I'm going to go ahead and stop your share. So as she mentioned, we have she has a promotion going on until the end of the month, which is just a couple of days from now. But now is the time. Go ahead and sign up. Click on that link to get into that Google form. And you all know how we do in this community. You know, Gobi Bro and I was always giving things away. And the same thing is going to happen with this particular opportunity. Everyone that joins, you know, that was referred by me, and that's just about everybody because I call these calls. As the $20 come to me, guess what I'm going to do with it? I'm going to do what we do, and I'll be giving it back to you. Okay, so as I get the $20, whatever amount that is that comes to me, I will be, you know, we'll be doing challenges or whatever. And then, you know, as a result of all that, I will be giving away $20 every time you have a call. And it'll probably be more than that, depending on how many $20 come my way. It's not going to go in my pocket, but it will go back to you. All right, so go ahead and fill that form out, get involved. and start your demo account. Start learning how to do this. You'll be put in the Telegram group. I'm in the Telegram group. I've already paid my $100. I'm in that group. I get these signals all throughout the day, and start to be able to learn how to do this all within my demo account. I'm learning just like you are. And as I learn, I do and I teach. So this is going to continue to evolve. We're going to be focusing on this as a community as well. So, and helping each other out. And as I've mentioned to you earlier, on Tuesday, my education platform is going to be coming out in the next 2 weeks. And we're going to all be put into another group. And let me tell you this also, this other group that we're going to go into, it has its own live stream. I'm not going to give too much of it away, but it's going to be set up to a point where we're not going to be having knuckleheads coming in and disturbing our calls. Okay, because our calls are not even going to be on Zoom anymore. The calls that we have is built in the video program that we're using is going to be built into the platform. All right, so we're not going to be having our links just going out there randomly to everybody, because everything is going to be internal within our own little silo. When the links go out, it's going to go not into a Telegram group that, who knows who is in there. Even though you try to keep people out, somehow people come in there anyway. They are, really targeting us to try to, be disruptive, but we're not going to be moved. We still do our thing, and we're still going to continue to make money. And they're just mad because they're not. So anyway, go ahead and do that. Another good thing about this is that there is no recruiting. And one thing I want to say is that as you're joining this, I'm getting $20 for you joining because of the promotion that's going to be happening over the next couple of days. But other than that, there's no recruiting involved. So when you do get involved, after the promotion is over, after this month, once you get involved, there's no $20 coming to me. There's nothing coming to me. This is all set up for you to be able to make money and us to be able to help each other as a community so that we all can learn and make money together. So, I'm bringing this to you, but, even me as a leader, I'm not recruiting you. Okay, this is not a recruitment. I'm putting something in front of you where you on your own can learn a skill and you're able to make money. And then, it's a slow burn as you're learning, but at the end of the day, you can really make as much money as you like. And that's going to get to be more and more prevalent. The more you learn and the more proficient you get, the more you'll really be able to make money, as much money as you want. So that's what this is all about, just sharing an opportunity for all of us to be able to make money. And again, that $20 will not go in my pocket, but it will go back out to you in the community. In fact, even after this is all over with and her promotion is over with, I may still say, let's do some challenges and let's give away $20. Okay, because that's what we do in this community, right? We just give stuff away all the time, and this is going to be no different. All right, so I'm excited about what's happening and what is going to be happening with us down the line. All right, so does anybody have any questions before we go ahead and end this call?
There was, Tammy, one question in there. A young lady said that she works all day, and is it going to be possible for her to trade? Well, you can trade on your phone, and most platforms you don't trade on your phone very well, but Nadex's platform is so simple to take a trade on your phone. And listen, you might have to go to the restroom if you can't be on your phone, because Miss Janine's like, hey, I'm doing a trade scan at 10 o'clock, and can I go to the restroom? Miss Tammy, I used to have a kid, 15 years old, who traded in my class. You couldn't have your cell phones in my class or in any class. He's the only kid I let him use his phone because he was making $1,000 a day. Wow. That's how I learned about trading. It was years ago, like 2016. And I'm like, how do you know this? And it's because he came from wealthy parents who made him go to a stock class, and he was mad about it. And then he's sitting in my class on his phone, making $1,000 a day while I'm over here making $40,000 a year, $50,000 a year, struggling. And I'm like, I want to be like you when I grow up. So you can trade if you're at work, because you might take a daily trade in the morning and it expires at 7 p.m. Or you might wait and take some trades at night and maybe not trade during the day if you're super busy. So, it'll work. You can trade Nadex 23 hours a day.
Wow, nice. Very nice. Megan, could you also, I know people are really, really wanting to know, especially those that are not able to get involved. Like, my community is international, and those that, especially in Canada, Canada is very, very active. They're like on top of everything, and for them to not be able to get involved, and they're still hanging out here on this call, knowing that they can't even get involved. But can we just give them a little nugget and give them an idea of what is going to be coming for them to do coming in the next couple of weeks?
Yes, absolutely. I'm just going to share real fast. I'm going to show you this one slide real fast. So Reagan and I, we have a lot of trader friends, and they make really big money. One of our trader friends does about 10 to 30,000 a day, believe it or not, right? And we wanted to roll out Nadex first because you can make really big money in Nadex. But it teaches you the discipline to handle the money. And Janine is phenomenal. And this is something everybody can do. So we are going to be rolling out, it's an indicator. And you've probably, if you've traded Forex before, you've heard people talk about indicators and all this and that. But this one is pretty phenomenal. And it tells you, it gives you an arrow when to buy or sell, and it gives you these check marks. So, we're in the trading space. I'm trying to find it real quick, but we're in the trading space. So we want to show people, I don't think I can find it. Hold on one second. Let me look one more time. Somewhere in here. But we do have an indicator rolling out, and that indicator will actually tell you, sorry if I'm hurting your eyes, it will tell you, there we go. It'll tell you when to get in and when to get out, almost like Nadex, except, it'll be able to set your stop losses and things. It has like an account manager on it. And here's what we're going to be doing very, very soon. We want to show people how to take this indicator, and you could literally use it for any trading, Nadex as well. And it tells you what the market's doing. And it might say a buy. So you might get that indicator and you could trade Forex with that, right? You can trade futures. So Miss Tammy, we're going to show people how to pass a $250,000 prop firm with this indicator, right? And then they give you that account, and now you're trading with somebody else's money. And you can use that same indicator on Nadex because the market is the market, right? The candles is the people when they're moving the money. So we just need to know, are we buying, are we selling? Are we buying, are we selling? When do I get in? When should I get out? That indicator, they've spent tens of thousands of dollars developing it. We negotiated a price point for our group because we have a larger group, but our goal is to make money every day. And then the next goal is trade with somebody else's money. So
wow.
So
it's going to be on the MT4 and MT5 platform, of which anybody could join.
Right. Anybody, I don't care what country you're in, you can have an MT4, MT5, and we're actually trading Forex still, currency pairs, but we need to know when to get in and when to get out. And a lot of times, Miss Tammy, Forex, just regular Forex can be so time consuming because you have so much knowledge, and it's like, it's way too much. I know, Reagan knows, Miss Janine understands the market, but it doesn't mean I want to sit there and learn everything, right? Just tell me when to get in and when to get out. I love the markets, but I have other passions. Reagan is a passionista of all things, but I'm passionate about what trading can do for people if they learn it. So all we're trying to show people how to do is get in, get out, make your money. And then if you make enough money, you will probably want to learn it. But if I stick you in a class for 12 months and you're not making any money and you're just shelling out money, you're going to probably quit and give up. So I used to always say, show me the money and then I'll care. I know money's not the most important thing, but we always say it's right up there with oxygen and water. You need it to survive. And money won't solve everything. You might be depressed, but it looks different with money. I can fly out of the country than getting on the bus and being depressed. I'm still depressed, but my view is different.
Right. Different perspective overall.
Different perspective. So that's coming for everybody.
So if I could just go ahead and just kind of simplify this, and you can let me know if this simplification is correct or not. So right now we're in Nadex. We're being given the signals by Janine, and we're just copying exactly what she's doing. And Nadex, unfortunately, is not worldwide. MT4, MT5 is a platform that anybody can use anywhere around the world. And you have someone else that is actually going to give you basically what Janine is doing, but it's going to be happening on the MT4, MT5 platforms.
Exactly.
Okay.
Absolutely. And then if you're in Nadex, then you can use it on both platforms because the market is the market. The Euro
Right.
USD is the same on Nadex as it is
Okay.
on
So
MT4
we can take
and
the same
MT5.
indicator that this person is going to be giving for the MT4 platform. We can bring it over to the Nadex platform and do the same thing.
Absolutely. And then we'll take it to futures, and the futures market actually looks more like Nadex because it's kind of like when it gets to this point, you win or you lose.
Right.
And futures is amazing. And you can do it on there too. And we can get in. We watched our partner make, what did he make? Like $1,000 in like 30 seconds real quick. But he does about 10 to 30,000 a day.
Mm-hmm.
But people are expensive, so Reagan and I have to spend a lot of time negotiating and saying no to people. And I said, I'm not paying you it was $100,000, Tammy. I'm like, I'm
Wow.
not paying you $100,000 because we have a group. You have the education, we have the network.
Right.
Make it make sense for us. So we
Exactly.
negotiated and we said no and walked away from him for 2 weeks until he then came back to us because make it make sense for our group because we're Costco and our people need a discount.
Right. Right. Absolutely. Well, I appreciate that. Can't wait for it to come out. It's going to be something that, everyone will be able to get involved in, and it's going to be more learning. I mean, I love just learning, and I know my community, my tribe, they love learning as well. You bring them stuff. They're like little sponges. You can't give them too much because they're gonna, they may ask a bunch of questions and they're gonna keep asking questions until they get it. And that's what makes it so wonderful is because, they have the enthusiasm and the eagerness to learn, and then they can make money while they're doing it. And this here, what we're doing here, we're talking about a skill that I mean, some people are going to take this thing and going to really, really run with it. And we're going to look back at this, look down the line 2 years from now, and we're going to have, the person that we thought was the most novice person is now, now they're making all this money. Now they're out there, got their own thing going where they're teaching someone else. So this is where this can actually take you, but it all depends on you and what you want to do with it. So that's the reason why I like this, is because we can really do our own thing with this and not have to worry about someone taking it away or being in control, because you are in control. You can make as much as you want. So I love this.
Absolutely. Thank you, Miss Tammy. We really mean it. If you guys, I have people asking me questions now, and Reagan, she quit her job. We do this full time because our goal is to have 500 to 1,000 students making $100 plus $500 or more a day. That's our goal, right? Because that's life changing for a lot of people, especially parents, single dads, single moms, we got kids going to college, and inflation, eggs are $30 a dozen. Like, we have to figure out how to offset the cost of inflation. And the only way that you can do it, and then this is the last thing I'll say, the only way you can beat inflation is make more money. That's it. Because you can cry about it, you can complain about it, vote. You're right. I don't care who you vote for, whatever, vote, but you got to bet on yourself at some point, because nobody's going to care about you more than you.
Exactly. So the question is asking here by Adriana is the futures, is that going to be in crypto?
Like, will you have to pay in crypto?
Like are you going to be, is a trade, or the trade is going to be in crypto? I don't think that's crypto. I don't know. You have to answer that.
Really, it'll be in anything. You could put the indicator on crypto. You could put the indicator on gold. You can put it on NAS 100, on US 30. It's the fastest moving market on the planet. It'll take your lunch if you don't know what you're doing, but the indicator will tell you when to get in and when to get out, and then it'll give like little check marks. And if you have 3 or 4, like, it's telling you that it's a stronger buy and you can get in. Plus, we're giving education with that as well. So we're just excited about it, because everything that we do, we're not just going to give you this tool and not show you how to use it. And that's what a lot of, I feel like, programs sometimes do, Miss Tammy, is it's like, okay, what do I do with this? I don't even know how to use it. And then it ends up collecting dust on the shelf, right?
Yeah.
So we're not going to overwhelm people, but even with the indicator, we want people to learn just the basics. You don't need to know Fibonacci and this and that and blah, blah,
Right.
blah, and it gets you all hung up. You need to know when to get in the market and when to get out. Like, how
That's
do
all
I
we
get
want
my
to know.
money and how do I get out so I can go on vacation?
Exactly. And even with this, just to kind of back up on the Nadex platform, just so that we can understand, that is all fiat. That's fiat currency. And so you don't have to worry about, because we're in my community, we're all crypto. That's what we're used to dealing with crypto. And you have to, go and get crypto from some exchange, USDT, Bitcoin, or whatever it is. Then you have to bring that onto a platform. And then when you do your withdrawals, then you got to convert that out. And then you got to go and attach that to some exchange that's attached to your bank so you can use it in the fiat world. This Nadex is none of that. You're going to come
Take
in
your
with
credit
fiat
card.
currency. Exactly.
Yeah.
When you do your withdrawals, you can withdraw right to your bank and the money that's usable to you right here and now. All right. So just understand that coming into this and with Nadex, it is all fiat. Fiat, for those of you that don't know what fiat is, that's the money that you use every day. Okay. And I'm referring to it as fiat because it is universal for money around the world. Okay, wherever currency is in your country, that currency is what is being required. So just understand that we're not having to go and find crypto somewhere and get onto some exchange that may be causing you problems to get onto. Everything is going to be in fiat currency, US dollar. You get onto the platform that way. When you do your withdrawals, you're going to also have those withdrawals in U.S. currency going directly to your bank.
Absolutely. And there's one more question in there, Miss Tammy, if you don't mind me answering it.
Sure.
Someone was asking, so we need $100 for the education, and then it says $100 to put in your Nadex account. Well, really, guys, you just need $100. That's what you need to think about right now. Think about, I need $100 to get into the private groups, to start getting the signals, to start learning how to trade in my demo and mastering this skill set. If you don't have any more money than that, stay in a demo account. Okay. Stay in a demo and learn this skill set, right? And then you can fund your live account later on. Now they'll tell you that, you only have this many more days to keep your demo account for life. They just want you to fund your account, and you might fund your account with $20 just so you can hang on to the account, right? But even if your demo account expires, they'll let you, unlock it again. But if you don't really have the money to trade right now, don't trade with money you can't stand to lose. I need you guys to focus. I stay in demos, Tammy, for 30 days. And I say this jokingly, but Jesus could have a program, and I'm like, trust you, Jesus, and love you. But I'm just gonna, or whoever you believe in, right? I'm staying in my demo because I need to figure out what my life is like in my schedule.
Yes.
My daughter's playing volleyball. I'm here and there. And we have a journal book for you guys so that you can print it out and you can kind of take notes. So you need $100 to pay your membership so you can get in the group and be in the know, right? When you open up your live account and you fund it, you can fund it with anything. Nadex doesn't have a minimum. The minimum used to be $250. So let that sink in, right? Because if you have $100 in your account, which is fine, but if you take one trade in your live account, don't go to expiry, because if you were to lose $60, now you have 40. But
Right.
Janine's trades go up $10, $15 in profit. Take it until you're building your account organically. Okay. So you don't need the live money right this second, because you shouldn't be going live immediately.
Exactly.
But to answer the question, open a demo, then you go through KYC, which is super simple, and they want to know that you are who you are. And then you can take your credit card and you can fund your live account, and it goes in there instantly if you fund with your debit card or credit card.
Yeah. So, the objective right now is to pay the $100 so that you can get the demo and start to practice, and you can always fund your live account. So I'm going to say this right now as well. Anyone that does go ahead and pay the $100 for the month, the $20 that comes to me, I'm giving it back to you. So you're only going to pay $80. All right. Anyone that comes in the next 2 days while this promotion is going on, Janine, I'm sorry, Megan has the list of anybody that's coming on board and is paying that $100, I'm going to give you I'm going to give you that $20 back. Okay. And then if you're referring someone, you're going to get $20 yourself for referring that person. Okay. So, but the $20 that come to me, I'm giving it back to the individual that paid the $100 to get in. And then we'll still do other promotions and challenges where we'll just give $20 away so that you only have to add $80 to it, and then you can get involved. All right. So everybody should be able to get involved at some point.
And I shared my screen really quickly, if you don't mind, because I wanted to just show you guys. This was with only the analysis of don't risk any more than 60 to make 40. Right. It wasn't Janine checking her charts, checking the news. It was just the basic, 60-40. And we're up $65 in the hour and at 20 minutes that we've been on here or so. So I just want you guys to kind of keep that in mind, that the market's real. Miss Janine is the truth, and we are so very thankful for her. Miss Reagan Lynch is phenomenal when it comes to customer service, and she trades and she understands everything. And then, just with my teaching background, Reagan's super patient. I'm super patient. I would rather do this than teach Romeo and Juliet because I was an English teacher. I would rather do this. So if you guys want to jump on, we could talk all day until you get it. Okay. So we're here for you guys. Miss Tammy, we're here to support you and your organization. So just thank you for trusting us to share the info, and
so
we're
last
ready
post that was put out here was so those of you that are asking about paying the $100. So if you go to fill the form out, the form gives information about where to pay the $100. Is that correct?
Yes, and I think Reagan, on that form, once you fill out the form, then we have a pay link now. So we used to, you could pay through Cash App or Zelle, which you still can, but we have a pay link now with a merchant and everything because we have so many people coming in. So Reagan, is that pay link hooked to it's on there. So make sure that you pay $104 if you use the pay link, because it will, we'd have to send it to you again because there's a fee on there if you use that pay link. If you use ACH Pay, and that's just fees, right? There's $128 billion made in fees. That's what Nadex makes their money on. They caught, we pay $1 to take a trade. So they don't care if we win or lose, which is great, but they make their money on fees. So it's 104, and that pay link is right there. Click it, guys, but fill out the Google form and make sure you tell us who invited you. And then Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern, once you get into the group, you'll know we're doing the call again on another link Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern. And you can invite people to that call and they can fill it out and put your name down and we'll pay you. Okay. And Tammy, that's so great that you're doing that for your organization. Because it's not about us making money off of people. $100 a month for what Miss Janine gives is pennies on the dollar. But we believe in what we do and we want to help as many people as possible. And we know that $100 is a lot for some people, but it's doable. Just don't go to the Dollar Tree this week because you'll go in there and spend $100.
So Debbie, the MT platform is not available yet. Ms. Megan was just giving us a little snapshot of what's to come. So that is not available. Nadex is not available in Canada right now. So,
but still fill out the Google form because we are actually ready to go. Like with Indicate, we're going to be rolling that out. We just want to make sure that we are working with our group right now. So just stay close to the campfire, and you're going to learn a lot of things just about this market just by being a part of the organization. So some people, to be honest, Miss Tammy, they've paid their $100 and they're in Canada and they're inside the group learning. And because we have traders in there. So they're talking their trader talk. And some people from Canada or from other countries are inside of our group because they want to be around the knowledge and the money. So keep that in mind. You might not be using the Nadex signals, but you're going to learn inside of that group as well. And you can take that information into our new opportunity as well. Reagan, would you mind posting the Google form again?
I don't know if this is going to be premature to ask, but with the MT, the signals that you're going to be giving, is that going to also be $100 a month fee on that? Or will that be
We're
different?
negotiating right now, no, because it's like, I mean, some of these traders, for example, are one that we're still in negotiation with because was going to charge us $100,000, but we're like, no, that's not what we're doing. So, we have to kind of negotiate. Indicators are somewhat expensive because they hire coders from other countries to code their strategy. You can't do it for Nadex because they don't allow it on their platform, but you can do it with Forex. And so it's pricey, but we're working on the cost of it, and it is going to be affordable. And we're working right now on no monthly fee for that indicator. So
Okay.
with a discount for Nadex people and referral bonus. So we're just making the numbers make sense right now.
Okay.
Miss Janine was gracious enough to agree to $100, even though she charges more than that, but she believes in what we do, and we're gonna be around for a long time, the three of us together, God willing. So we appreciate her thinking of the people. So we're trying to get the other traders, which they are like coming down, and we're getting it together. So we're pleased with where we are right now. We've got a small negotiation to do with them.
Okay.
For our people.
Awesome. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Yep. I think that's it, guys. So I know it's 10:48. So Miss Tammy, like, do you need anything else from us?
Well, Alfreda has a question. We have another two hands that are up.
Okay, no problem.
Go ahead, Alfreda.
Well, I was trying to fill out the form for the demo, and it doesn't show you the format for the phone number.
You mean
You have to, a lot of people have that problem. You need to put I think the +1, might have to put a +1 there if you're in the US or if you're in another country.
In the box under where it says phone, I've done that and I ain't doing it.
Okay, so let me pull it up real quick so you can see, so we can look at it. And you also have to, it might not be your phone number. So if I go to start free demo, and where are you actually located?
Ohio.
Okay,
Cleveland.
I'm in Ohio. We're in Ohio.
No spaces.
Cleveland. No, there's no dashes either.
No spaces.
Okay.
And then this is, sometimes it has to be in lowercase or whatever, and you can't put any spaces. If you put your first and last name for your username, just make sure you guys write it down, and they'll send you an email as well.
It still does not take it. And then the phone number, the +1 is a box above that. Can you type it?
You're on your phone?
So do me a favor, log out, like go out of it, and then go back to nadex.com and go to start free demo again, and put your first name, last name, email address, and let's see if you can do it again, and then put your username in there.
I did that.
Okay, we'll help you if you want to. We can, once we hop off of here or whatever, then
are you able to type in a phone number to see, so show me how it's supposed to be typed?
Yeah, you would just want to type 317-796-4361. No spaces.
Yeah, it's not doing it. It's not taking it. I've done that.
Is it just not the phone number that it's not taking, or is it something else
The
that's
phone
not
number
correct on that sheet?
Yeah, it's not taking my phone number. And
what kind of message is it giving you? What are you saying?
It says, please enter a valid phone number in the required format.
Okay. When we get off of here, I mean, and I know you do sound a little tired because it is almost 11 o'clock, but if you want to call me as soon as we get off of here, and then let me punch it in so I can see. And then I will say this too, Nadex has the best customer service ever. Like, you can chat live with them. So if you ever had any issues, you can scroll down to the bottom and you could ask them questions and chat, and they fix things immediately. And that's the great thing about it being in the US too, that, they do have really good customer service. So if you want to call me, write my phone number down right here.
I did.
317-796-4361. And then
And
as
that's
soon
what I
as we
love
get
about
there, I'm
these
gonna call
ladies
you
as
real quick.
well. It's like, they just got their number just plastered everywhere, on their YouTube channel, on everywhere. It's like, they just make themselves so available. So I just love that, about you ladies for sure. Now,
Thank you.
James, you were saying that you had a problem with on the password as well. What kind of issue are you having with the password? Let me allow you to unmute yourself so you can talk about that while she has a screen up. Are you still having a problem putting in the password, James?
Yes. So it's just saying, the password is between 8 to 20 characters and contains at least one capital letter, one lowercase, and then one number.
Mhm.
And I've tried multiple different passwords and it's still not going in.
What kind of message is it giving you?
Saying how it must contain the 8 to 20 characters and, uppercase and lowercase letter and the number. But I'll make
So
sure
you
I had that.
I would say refresh, and I did talk to customer service. This is Reagan. I did talk to customer service yesterday because they're doing updates for demo, not live because that's going on live, but they're doing updates to the demo account. So usually they start doing updates later at night, because not as many people are on. So if you're having issues and you're putting in the proper characters, refresh and try it again. If not, you can always do it tomorrow because I guarantee you it's part of this week. They said they're updating.
Yeah. And if you have issues after tomorrow, you have their numbers there. So just, reach out to Megan and Reagan that, they're willing to get on a call with you or just send them a text or something. And, maybe even their direct Telegram handle to just chat with them that way. And they can walk you through it if you have any problems.
Phone calls are good.
Okay. Phone calls are good.
Yeah, but they partnered with crypto.com, and so they're doing all these like updates and things like that. They're not taking crypto right now, but it leads me to believe that they are going to take
on that way.
Crypto, but they're updating. So like today for maybe 30 minutes, they were updating the demo platform. So you couldn't really see the numbers for a second. It didn't, like Reagan said, it didn't affect the live, but so yeah, do exactly what Reagan said. If you try it again in the morning and it doesn't work, call us on the phone. And then we'll also show you how to just chat with support and they fix things almost immediately. So
nice. All right, Beverly, you have a question?
Yes. What is PMC? I think it was.
Okay, that's another group. So you have the Big Tribe group that's there. So you would say no to that question. PMC is just another group that is also participating in this. So
okay.
you would just say no to that and just say yes to Big Tribe.
Okay, thanks.
And ADM, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but he said he just filled out the form and he paid us $100. So welcome to the family. And he asked, will I join the Telegram? Immediately. So as soon as you pay, like either text Reagan or text myself, and we'll see you in the Google form, but just text us and say, hey, I paid, and we'll send you the Telegram links and you click them and you can get in right away. And then you'll just click the pinned message at the very top. And there's like 9 or 10 pinned messages up there. And we'll probably send you some stuff too. But at the top of the pinned message, there's all the playbooks up there, the journal. And then all you want to do is go through the 7-day onboarding and start, watching some of the videos. And then if you want to do a one-on-one with us tomorrow, we'll get to a one-on-one and we'll show you how to take some trades and you'll be off to the races as well. So welcome to the family. You'll just text us. You can text me at 317-796-4361 and I'll send you the links and you're in the money. You're in the group.
And I have them already because I'm sitting at my I'm sitting at my computer with my spreadsheets and everything open. So I seen them pop in. So I'll be sending them a message shortly.
Perfect. I'll let Reagan do it. She's got a good system. So
nice. Awesome. All right. It looks like we've got all the questions. We're like, 4 minutes into the second hour of this. But it's been Great 2 hours. Hopefully everybody's got their questions answered. We still have over 50 people that's here on the call. That's a good sign. You know, let's just make some money because that's what we want to do. We want to win. And so the help is here. Those of you that may have gotten a piece of this call, I'm going to make this video available in our group so you can go back and watch the video again for those of you that were not able to see the entire call and see the demos and everything that go along with it. You can go back and watch the replay, and then I'll be chatting with you there in our Telegram group, letting you know what the next steps are going to be for us as a community and things that we're going to be getting involved with, and being very, very specific and honing in on those that are getting involved so that we can make sure that you are successful. All right. So I am not going to, we all know that we're champions. I'm not going to do our regular exit call because it is getting late. So I'm just going to allow everybody to unmute themselves and say good night and say thank you very, very much to Megan, Reagan, and Janine for allowing us to partake in this, making yourself so very much available to all of us so that we can all win. It is just unbelievable how you do that, and you have so many people that are, you know, wanting your time and attention, and you still make yourselves available for people individually. That's just phenomenal that you do that. So I appreciate that, and I want my community to take advantage of that. And trust me, they will. Okay, they will. They will be calling you.
Good. We love it.
Awesome. All right. Good night, everyone. Have a great evening, and we'll see you later on next week. Have a great weekend as well.
See you later.
Thank you, Tammy.
Thank you, Tammy.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Yeah,
Tommy.
Thank you.
I love
Tammy.
and
Hillside, New Jersey.
Can't wait to be part of this.
Tammy for bringing
Hillside,
it.
New Jersey.
Have a good night, guys.
Hillside, New Jersey. Good night. I don't even live
Hi,
in Hillside,
Tommy.
George. See,
I
you're
know where you
stupid.
live. I know, Tammy.
You stupid. I don't live in New Jersey. I know where you live too. You stupid. You stupid. You stupid.
I know your new address.
Recording stopped.
Take it away. Go talk to Gobi, bro.
You don't know where I live. I know where you live.
I know where you live.
I don't live in Hillside. Never did. You
I know where
stupid.
your address is.
Go make some money. Stop harassing people and go make some money for yourself. That's what you're mad about. You ain't making no money. You're poor. You're broke. Go make some money.
Megan.
That's a
Tommy,
good
thank you so
night.
much.
See you
Good
guys.
night. Good night, Joe.
Winning
Bye.
anyway, Miss Tammy, despite
Tammy.
haters, we win
Thank
in
you.
front of
Thank
haters.
you. I
Every
really
time.
want to be
That's
part
right.
of
Thank you,
this.
baby.
Love you guys.
Don't even
Bye-bye.
address